What you are about to hear will change everything you thought you knew about the royal family. The unthinkable has happened. In an unprecedented move that has sent shockwaves across the globe, King Charles III has taken immediate and decisive action against the Duchess of Sussex. This isn't a quiet removal from a website or a subtle distancing. This is a formal, legal, and utterly final severance. And it all stems from a connection so toxic, so dangerous to the crown, that the king had no other choice. The palace is in lockdown. Lawyers are working through the night, and a single name is on everyone's lips: Epstein. If you're ready for the full, shocking story that's breaking right now, you are in the right place. Welcome to Royal Report 24/7. And if you want to stay ahead of every development in this historic royal crisis, make sure you're part of our community. Subscribe and tap that like button right now. Sharing this video is crucial to getting the truth out there. Now, let's dive into the earthquake that is rocking the House of Windsor. According to our senior palace insiders, the king was presented with evidence just 48 hours ago. Evidence that allegedly places Meghan Markle in the same social orbit as Jeffrey Epstein far earlier and far more frequently than anyone previously understood. We're not talking about a single chance encounter. The documents and communications reportedly shown to the king paint a picture of a sustained, though indirect, connection during her pre-royal years in Hollywood. A source close to the Privy Council described the king's reaction as one of pure, unadulterated fury. He reportedly saw this not just as a personal betrayal, but as an existential threat to the entire monarchy. The shadow of Prince Andrew's disastrous association with Epstein still looms large over Buckingham Palace, a permanent stain on the institution's reputation. For the king, the idea of a second senior royal, even a non-working one, being linked to that same toxic world was simply unacceptable. It was a risk he could not and would not take. The mechanism for this removal is as brutal as it is final. We are told that King Charles has invoked an ancient, rarely used constitutional power, effectively stripping Meghan of her title, Her Royal Highness. She is no longer the Duchess of Sussex in any official capacity. She is now simply Meghan Markle. Furthermore, a team of the Crown's most powerful lawyers has been dispatched to California with a single mission: to formally and permanently dissolve any and all legal ties between Meghan, her children, and the institution of the British monarchy. This includes removing both Archie and Lilibet from the official line of succession. The king's command was reportedly absolute: I want her erased. But how did this connection remain hidden for so long? Our sources indicate that the link wasn't through Meghan directly, but through a powerful, now disgraced Hollywood mogul who was a known associate of both Epstein and Meghan's former social circle. This individual, who cannot be named for legal reasons, allegedly facilitated introductions and attended several of the same exclusive parties in the early 2010s. The evidence presented to the king reportedly includes photographs from a charity gala in 2012 where Meghan and this individual were present, an event that Epstein himself also attended. While there is no suggestion Meghan had any direct relationship with Epstein, the mere photographic proof of being in the same room, combined with the intermediary's deep ties to his network, was enough for the king to see a pattern he feared the British press would eventually expose. In his mind, it was a ticking time bomb, and he chose to detonate it on his own terms. The fallout is catastrophic. Prince Harry is said to be in a state of complete shock and devastation at Balmoral, where he was reportedly summoned for a face-to-face meeting with his father. He was given no warning. He was presented with the same evidence and told the decision was non-negotiable. The relationship between father and son, already hanging by a thread, has now been severed entirely. Harry is facing an impossible choice: his wife or his family. And for the first time, the institution has forced his hand. Meanwhile, in Montecito, The situation is described as pure chaos. Meghan is reportedly hysterical, surrounded by a rapidly shrinking circle of advisors. Their entire commercial brand, built on the foundation of their royal status and their narrative of victimhood, has just collapsed in an instant. Netflix and Spotify are already said to be reviewing their contracts, with clauses related to reputational damage being heavily scrutinized. The world she worked so hard to build is crumbling around her, and the very institution she left behind has just pulled the rug out from under her with a force no one saw coming. This is more than a family feud. This is a constitutional annihilation. King Charles has sent a message to the world that he will protect the monarchy at any cost, even if that cost is his own son's happiness and his grandchildren's legacy. The crown has spoken. There is no appeal. The story is still unfolding by the minute. To make sure you don't miss a single detail of this historic royal collapse, you need to stay with us. Subscribe to Royal Report 24/7, like this video, and share it with everyone who needs to understand the new ruthless era of the monarchy that has just begun. The game has changed forever.